Well, good morning, everybody. And
Hold on a minute, he's working on the mic.
I hear that over there.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, clank.
I never did get that.
Welcome to the Noisy Show.
Hey, that's a good title.
I think we can leave it right there.
Yeah. I could turn his mic all the way off again.
It don't fall.
like we did for a while.
Yeah.
I did for a week there.
Yeah,
You
couple
know,
weeks.
the sad part about that is, Howard,
Uh-huh.
you've been here like 100 years and couldn't figure out what was wrong with you.
Well, but the problem was they showed me how to fix it, but I forgot, an hour later.
Yeah.
It's what's known as,
Oh, I know what it was. You got a phone call, and that's what
that's
told
what
your memory off.
messed me up, see.
I thought that was selective forgetfulness is what they called
That
it.
could be too. I have selective hearing. At least my wife says so. Anyway, welcome to Let's Talk Antiques, and we're back after a couple week, here on the radio station, a couple week vacation due to the holidays falling like they did this year
On
or last
Wednesdays.
year.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen next year. Did you know that?
It might be. It might. You know.
No.
It'll be on Thursday next year.
No, it
won't
won't. Huh?
It'll jump
What
2
would they-
days.
It'll
won't it?
be
It's a
on
leap year, right?
Yeah, it's a leap year.
Okay.
So all the holidays fall now to where they're going to be long weekends. All the
On
major
Fridays,
holidays.
yeah, won't they? Yeah.
Friday and
Well, we can still go ahead and take a week off.
that's
Or
all
y'all
right.
can. I still work.
Well,
Well, David went to Aspen skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got quite a tan from the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
well, the sun, it'll get you up there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm concerned with?
No.
What's that?
We got more views with us not being here than we did with us being here.
Did we really?
Really?
Yes.
I hadn't looked at the
Yeah.
views on it. Yeah.
There's
Well,
is that a sign?
It might be.
It was a greatest hits thing. So,
Oh, the
Yeah.
greatest hits.
you know,
Well,
they always sell good. You know,
They
the
always
greatest hits
sell-
albums.
Oh yeah, the greatest hit albums.
you remember those advertisements, don't you?
Yeah, KTEL Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, last weekend was the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' last recording.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. Trivia.
50 years ago.
50 years ago, last weekend was their last recording.
It's before I was
group.
born.
As a group.
Rub it in. You know, maybe we need to get. Is there anybody else over there instead of Philip could do this? He could have insult me like that.
Don't we need a young person?
There you go.
Huh?
Yeah, well,
What for?
That's a relative term now. So
What for? No, he.
You know.
But it's hard to imagine it was that long ago that
know.
stuff like that.
Hey,
Yes.
I remembered it on Sunday night when Ed Sullivan brought them in the first time.
Yeah, I remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wasn't that 1964?
I think you're right.
think
That was
so.
about in that time frame. But and remember when Elvis came on there, and they didn't. He wasn't allowed to swivel his hips or something.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, can you imagine when I saw her standing there? I mean, think of the lyrics of that Beatles song. I want to hold your hand.
Yeah.
Boy,
And let it be.
we
was
must
the
not have
last
much to
one.
do in '64.
Well,
You could have wrote a song back then.
probably.
there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, I better hush up though. Somebody will jump on me for.
Hey, he hasn't done his job yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. You listen to Let's Talk Antiques
Right.
on Thunder Radio, WMSR.
I'm going to move that sign.
1320 FM 107.9.
What's the other one?
Yeah, that's your job. Is
106 point.
There's no sign for
But
it.
there's another one.
Add that to
Yeah,
the sign.
106.9.
Yeah, but there's another one, isn't it?
7.9.
Whoa, you can hear us on Alexa now too. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, all you gotta do is say, "Hey Alexa, play Thunder Radio."
That's right. I've already tried it. It works.
Did it work?
Yes.
Cool. Good deal. I don't have an Alexa, but
I'm not going to get an Alexa. She tells on you.
I think she listens. You know what? We used to be talking about things that we're interested in.
Yeah.
And I'd be doggone it. Pops right up on eBay.
Think so.
I don't think so. I know so.
Well, anyway, we're on Thunder Radio, and where
we're-
else are we?
We're also on Charter Channel 193
Uh-huh.
and LightTube Channel 6 and on
Facebook.
And YouTube.
Wow.
And you can catch all 5 glorious seasons of us on YouTube if you go through. It's a little harder to go through on Facebook, so YouTube for that, for
You know,
archival
It
purposes.
isn't hard to believe that we've been actually filming for 5 years, and we've
Yeah.
been actually on the air as on the radio side up for 20.
Really? I didn't realize it'd been that
Yeah,
long.
you was only like
Yeah.
12 when we started, Howard.
I wish.
or something like that.
I haven't been here 20 years, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, you hadn't.
No.
Well, we got a Facebook message this week from Carmen, one of our viewers, listeners, and she had a sign that she was asking. It's Brettles, and it's like a stand-up sign that you'd see in a department store. Looks like it's metal, but I don't. It's not like cast iron. You know, it looks
It's a good-looking sign.
Yeah, it's nice. Brettles of Belper were the leading hosiery manufacturers until the factory closed in the 80s. So she asked us if we could help her find a value of it. And we've been beating our head up against the internet this morning trying to figure it out. And we did not really come up with a value. But Brettles was let's see,
We found the history on it, though.
Yeah, they.
I'm gonna say that sign, though, for somebody that's in the clothing business that has vintage signs in, or like an independent. Most.
Right.
I'm gonna say that sign will bring $250 to $300.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
for somebody in
Yeah.
that business.
Right.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
find the person who's looking for it, that's
Right.
the thing. Yeah.
But I'd say there's millions of people out there. All you gotta do is throw it on eBay
There you go.
and do a little history.
Hey,
When you do the description,
Uh-huh.
add a little history about it when it started, like in 1799.
Yeah. The more information you give on your listing, it will help your price. And good pictures too. I look on eBay for an item and I'll see the item, in the heading. It's what I'm looking for, and the price looks pretty good. But then there's no real information about it.
And
That particular item, see.
Or a stock photo.
And or a stock photo, and I say, well, I don't know about that.
That's really what sells it, is your pictures and your description.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you something that aggravates me is they'll have a picture of a sign. Just say it's leaned up against the wall,
Yeah.
but they don't tell you what the dimensions are.
No.
Right.
I will not buy a sign that don't have the dimensions on it. It
Oh,
could
no.
be you thinking it's like 50 inches tall, and it could be 5 inches.
Yeah,
the
it could just
pictures
be a
can
wee little thing.
deceiving.
Yeah. I don't like that. You're right. The more information, the better you'll sell.
Yeah.
But whatever, let me just say this, and I know there's a lot of people that does eBay. Put the size of your product on there.
Yeah. The more, like I say, the more information you can give, the better it is, and especially something along the line is, if it's something that like an electronic device, say you're looking on there like a cell phone.
Yeah.
Tell me it works.
Yeah.
Tell me that it's not scratched up, or it does have a little scratch or a little wear and tear. No, not just the stock thing, that
If
they
it doesn't
copy.
say it works, I'll take for granted that it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah, and I'll just pass over that one.
It's when I sell when I buy my kids new cell phones, then they have to give me their old one to sell on eBay to kind of help recoup a little bit of my investment.
Yeah.
And I always take like it's just a cell phone, but there'll be 8 photos I'll put on there, and detailing exactly what's
Yeah.
wrong with it,
Right.
what's
Yes.
good about it, and generally I'll sell a cell phone in a day.
Oh
But
yeah,
I'm-
cell phones are good fun. Hey, so you're talking about eBay. Have you heard of this Mercari? Mercari, Mercari.
I have. I've
it's
heard
like
some
a-
advertisements for it, but I've not actually used
Well, I
it.
just bought something off it. It's like an eBay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah?
And they have listings and everything, and they give you information about when the item's shipped and everything. It's just the layout is different, and I don't know.
What'd you buy?
Believe it or not, I bought a Nintendo Wii U gamepad off there.
Did you
So-
break your old one throwing it against the wall?
Well, it's a long story.
Did you go ahead and set up an account and give them a credit card? Is that how you did
You
it?
can pay with PayPal.
Oh, okay. So she
Yeah.
set you up. You already have a PayPal account?
Oh yeah.
Do you mind telling me?
The number?
The password.
Hey,
Password?
Yeah, that's all I need.
Oh, okay.
What was that, Ron?
See, he got it.
What's that in English?
I don't speak that language.
Hey, when we get done here, are you going to tell them a little history about the hosiery company? And
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
I'd already
Sim-
gone away from it. 'Cause
well, you get back on it because that lady took a little
All right.
effort to send you something.
So George Brettel was and company was manufacturers in Belper or Derbyshire. Derbyshire.
That'd be England, wouldn't it?
Somewhere in England. would
That
be
sounds
my
like an
guess.
English city, doesn't it?
They started in 1799 and ended in 1984. Probably a different person running at that point.
You don't think it's the same people?
He retired
He might not be
finally.
185 years old. But he, so they manufactured lots of stockings, and they transitioned over to knitted underwear, and they had a lot of trouble. And then World War I apparently saved them, and
You mean financial trouble?
financial trouble. Yeah. So World War I. You know, all the soldiers needing knitted underwear type stuff. You know.
Uniforms and stuff. Yeah.
So that brought them along, and I couldn't tell you what happened to them in
Well,
2000.
they lasted to 1984.
Yeah.
Now, the father had it, and then he had investors with him. And so, and he also had like 3 or 4 sons.
Yeah, there's 3
And,
sons running
and
it.
so when the sons couldn't really take over the company until the investors, some way they had to wait the investors out or something. And even the sons died in the 1800s. Look in there and see when the 3 sons died. I think it's like 18.
Yeah, by 1872, all 3 sons were
There you
dead.
are.
Wow.
So, but I don't know. Was it still left in the family or?
Probably by that time it was a corporation
Hey, I don't
of some
think so.
sort.
Yeah.
Well, it must have-
Probably.
Must have been a corporation to start with those investors, don't you
Oh,
imagine?
yeah.
They had investors apparently.
The Twyford family took control in 1913. So yeah, it's pretty. I'm sure it got moved around a little bit, but
You know, the hosiery factories, that was a big deal.
Oh yeah. Was there a hosiery? Well, there was a pajama factory here in town. Was there ever a hosiery?
there was
factory?
one in Cleveland where I'm from, but I couldn't tell you.
I know there was a big one in Sweetwater. It was interesting because we used to live over in Sweetwater, and there was the mill was closed and gone, you know. And I think, but there was a factory outlet there, and people used to come from all over buying, buying socks and hosiery items at the outlet store. Which, of course, everything's now by that time was being made overseas. I guess they just brought it in. I think that has since closed since we moved. But it was kind of interesting. Big factory with the signs on I forget what the name of it, but the sign was still readable. Something about some
You know-
hosiery mill.
When I was at the restaurant, there was this gentleman, and he did it for years, you know. He would come by and he'd sell you socks in a bundle, and he'd have like 25 or 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking. You know, so evidently he was getting those from some factory like
Probably a factory.
down around Chattanooga or somewhere.
Yeah. No, I
Or
think
Georgia.
Yeah. And Charleston Hosiery was the one that was in Cleveland, or it actually is still in Cleveland.
Is it still there?
Is it still operating?
Yeah.
So what do they make now?
Just looking on Facebook, there's
Socks.
Socks is what's showing
Well, see,
up.
that must
Hosiery.
have been,
Yeah.
that's maybe where the guy, but I mean, I'm talking like for 10 or 15 years,
yeah.
he must have had him a little route, and I don't know if he bought like seconds or, you know.
Yeah. But they were good. They were wearable, and they
Oh,
were
I didn't
probably,
see no problem with
and
them.
probably cheaper than what
Way
you get.
cheaper.
Way cheaper. See.
Yeah, you'd buy them in the bundles.
What do you used to call those guys? Hucksters. They used to
Yeah.
come. They used to come around. I remember when
Well-
my grandparents. There was a guy used to come around with an old school bus, and he would drive up and down the street. He'd be blowing his horn and stop, and and then people would come out of their houses and go in there, and he had all kind of stuff that was reasonably priced.
Like what did he have, Howard?
Oh, I don't know, clothing items, maybe some soft drinks and different things, but it's kind of like a rolling
you walk
store.
in the school bus
Little variety store
Well,
on
you know,
wheels.
I have a wagon. That's what it did. It pedaled out of a general store up in Clarksville.
Yeah.
You know, but it was horse-drawn.
No, well, this was an old bus, and you kind of my grandmother knew when he was coming. It was like Wednesday afternoon or something. You know, that's was.
So he had a regular
Yeah,
route.
right.
He had a route, see, and you kind of expect him, but he'd be blowing the horn to let you know he was coming, and that way they didn't have to go to the store, which was several miles away. You know, just kind of an out rural area setting. But it was you don't see anything like that nowadays.
No, you don't.
About the closest thing to come now is these food trucks,
Or
which
guys
isn't quite the
selling
same
steaks and
thing.
stuff.
It isn't quite the same, but
Yeah.
you know.
Well, after we take this break, which we're going to take in just a second.
Oh yeah, we're
But
talking
we're going
hard.
to talk about why does people collect, and then some of our topics is going to be, the top 10 most valuable collectibles in the world.
Oh,
And
yeah.
here's the good one, Howard. This we might be in this one. 20 geeky collectibles that
Yeah.
could be worth millions. Are we kind of geeky? You think we are?
Well, I speak for yourself.
And then 8 insanely valuable items you
Ooh.
probably owned.
Yeah, probably. Oh, you
Like that Honus Wagner baseball you used to own.
Yeah, that you,
Remember that?
That you sent off and found out it's worth $100,000.
Well, the best I can figure right now, Howard, in all fairness to you, I have had a $12,000 bid on it.
Ooh.
But I just made that up so that you could make that face, so they could see it on TV. No, I probably won't never. That's ball be with me till I, go to the big baseball hall collecting up in, upstairs.
I could say something, but I'm not going to.
Oh, you don't think I'm going there?
I didn't say
You're
that.
not. Now you're supposed to be a Christian. You shouldn't be judging me.
1908 was one of the best years of Honus Wagner's career.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just happened to have him right here. You was talking about him.
Yep. He was quite a character, apparently.
But
Yeah.
now I will tell you this, Howard. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of cards on there. All kinds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But no baseball signed. Why
Oh.
is that?
I don't know.
There's no baseballs. You reckon
Really?
he didn't sign many?
I don't know. Or else the people didn't keep them.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, for
you
so-
see
what-
Babe Ruth, you see Mickey, you see all the old.
Well, it might have been something to do with publicity. I don't know.
well,
you
I
know.
mean, all the other like Babe Ruth was almost in that area,
He was in New York City, though.
but I mean, he was almost.
Where Hannes Wagner played for the Pirates in
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
I bet they all
Smaller
played.
market,
They
smaller-
played each other.
Smaller market, yeah.
Yeah.
But the
But
fan
still.
base might have been smaller.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
You would
weird.
think there would be a ball on
Yeah,
there.
You would think so.
There's none.
There's very few. I know that.
So that ought to add some value there, Howard.
Yeah.
I hope I don't find out it's worth like 40,000. So I might have to give you some more money.
I bet.
Hey,
All right.
let's take that break.
We better take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back, and we're going to be talking about collecting things.
Why? Why does people collect, Howard?
Well, probably.
Why do you collect?
Why do I collect?
Yeah, let's just start. We'll start with you, but then we're going to give a Wikipedia definition.
Then we'll tell you the right answer.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us, why do you collect?
Well, just things that you grew up with that you were interested in when you were younger, and you're reliving your youth. Might be one reason. We do have a call coming in. You want to see if it's for us or
Let's do it.
Go for it.
I bet it's the birthday.
might be. You're on Let's Talk Antiques.
Hey, Howard, this is your buddy Walt.
Yes, sir.
I just sat here and listened to y'all talking. Back in the old days, I'm 74 years old. I was raised up over in Winchester and everything up in the foot of Keys Ferns Mountain back in the snake days. And they used to call them trucks back then. They came around once a week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You get anything you wanted off of them, just like going to an old grocery store
Right.
now. They would come around. It was like a 2-ton box, big box truck.
Mm-hmm.
And they had ice and everything. Anything you wanted, for your household, for cooking. But they would come around every Wednesday, and they called them back then peddlers.
Yeah.
Pedal
yeah.
truck, yeah.
Peddler. Yeah.
Peddler truck.
You think that's
Yeah,
where they
come
got
around
the...
once.
Do you think that's where they got the name for the pedal car for the little toy car?
Yeah, they did.
Could be, yeah.
So
They did.
were the prices on the pedal trucks, were they comparable to what you pay in the store, or was it more for the convenience
Oh
of
yeah,
them
they
coming
was
back?
they was a little. I mean, I remember. I'd be out. I was 9, 10 years old. I'd be out in the field with my grandpa and daddy plowing, getting ready to plant corn and cotton and stuff. And I would be plowing at 9 years old. I'd be plowing with 2 mules. 2 mules at 9 years old.
What were their names?
Hi,
What was the name of the mules? You remember?
Polly, Ned, Polly.
There you are. See, most
Absolutely.
people don't forget that kind
No.
of stuff.
G and Hall.
And so when you'd be plowing, when the truck come up, did y'all stop plowing and go over and see what the truck had?
We stopped, we stopped on the fence line there. My mama and my grandmother and my aunt, we live all there at the foot of the mountain together in old log houses and stuff. And there was 10 of us in our family. 6 girls and 4 boys. But
Well,
all
it
the
took
girls
big
were-
families.
Yeah.
Well, there was 3 of the older girls were done off married and everything. So there was 3 girls and 3 boys left. But we killed our own hogs and beef and chickens, and we had our own meat.
Yeah. Mostly all you needed to buy was meal and flour and that kind of stuff. But
Milk, flour, and sugar.
Yeah,
and,
salt.
salt,
yeah, coffee.
and pepper,
Yeah.
coffee, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We raised everything else.
Yeah.
But that was a good old days.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I'll get a hire, and I go to Winchester, and I just ride out there in my old home stomping ground.
That's the way to do. There's nothing wrong with reminiscing. That's why our shows lasted 20 years.
And just go out there and just park and sit, just
Yeah.
think about in the 60s,
Yeah.
what I used to do.
Yeah.
But I was just I listen y'all every Wednesday, and I just love Harvard to death, and David, I love you to death.
All right.
I've known you for years.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening,
Yeah,
though.
thanks.
We do appreciate our listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do listen every day.
All right.
And anytime I hear something, I'll holler at you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
bud.
Bye-bye.
Y'all have a good day.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye-bye.
You probably jew those pedals
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, they had like things like that, but then they would have a couple little, I guess we would call them something luxury items, like
Yeah.
like a little bit of candy or
Toys.
or something, yeah, a little toy.
Doilies.
But yeah, something for the ladies, that.
They had like pots and pans and stuff.
But they
like
had the
that,
basics mostly.
Yeah.
But that was,
But also, Howard, they took stuff in on trade. Like they would swap stuff for eggs,
oh yeah, some of them did that too.
or
Barter.
chickens. Yeah, they actually had a little chicken coop on there.
All right.
They trade for chickens and
bar-
eggs and.
Barter, and then they'd go down the road and maybe sell as chickens
Well,
to somebody else.
Well,
Yeah,
when they got to
somebody
town,
might
they
have made
Or take it to town where
Yeah,
they did.
they would sell 'em.
They would sell them there.
to their stores.
Yeah. Times have changed, maybe.
How come we collect? Howard ain't gonna tell us no more. I can tell.
I
He's
know.
done with it.
Yeah.
It's not for mostly monetary, but emotional reasons.
It is now, though.
Yeah. Nowadays investment. But,
Yeah, that-
but I collect things. Things that I kind of remember when I grew up. That's how I kind of got into the cars. I don't know, for some strange reason, I always liked the independent brand. The Studebakers and the Ramblers and the Willys and things like that. So now that's some of the stuff that I kind of watch for.
I seen a Willie sign the other day, Howard.
Yeah. Really? Wow.
I've never seen a Willie sign before.
Well, I have. I went to, where Shallow is,
Yeah.
little town there, Savannah, I think. And there's a dealer up there that swaps and trades, and he had one. But that description, when you read it, it's going to tell you everything. But the new thing today is, it actually is. I'm an investment collector.
Sure.
I'm not just. But of course, we started out collecting just for the restaurant to display stuff.
Of course. Right.
But as like with everything else, Nancy says I'm eccentric. Or I don't know if that's the word she uses when I start.
I think it was crazy, but
Could be. But anyway, she says that once I get to doing something, I don't know how to stop. I know how to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Better and better and better.
Right.
But now, you know, we've. Like, I'll give you a good example. 15 years ago, I could have bought a sign for $100.
Yep.
That same sign on eBay the other day brought $2,000.
Yep.
I passed that sign because I had 3 or 4 of them. Why? I should have bought
You
it.
should have bought it.
But
What about all those gas pumps you got?
Well,
you,
we got-
you have the old style gasoline pump where they used to pump the fuel up into a glass
yeah,
jar.
we
and
have
then gravity.
about 8 of those.
Yeah, but back years ago, people were giving those away because
Yeah.
they were junk.
Yeah, well, and also,
And now
Howard, they
they're
would
a
stick them on farms, you know, where
Oh,
they didn't
yeah.
have electricity. They
Right.
could pump the fuel up in their tractors and stuff.
Because it was a hand pump to get the
Yeah.
fuel out of the tank into the glass jar.
Right.
It measured it out, and they weren't worth anything. Nowadays,
Scrap.
they're worth thousands of
Yeah.
dollars each.
Just the cylinder, Howard, that you're talking about,
Oh,
that
yeah,
they pump it
the
up
jar.
in. Some of those cylinders could be thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
But most of them are hundreds for sure, $800 or $900 a piece.
And if you're like me and you kind of watch television once in a while and you watch the auto auctions on television, those cars are not. A lot of those cars are investment.
That's why they buy them.
That's why they buy them for $200,000, $300,000 car, and they're hoping that in a year or two or 5 years or whatever it is, it'll go up 25%. Let's say, I don't know what, which is much better than a bank account.
You know, I've been really collecting gas pumps. We just put our first one in a restaurant about 1990. And every 10 years since then, Howard, the value of those things has doubled.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just religiously.
And
And I just told you about that one sign.
yeah, well, signs are real hot right now.
Anything that's
yeah.
automotive or soda related, whether it be the machines, whether it be the signs, or it could be the cans that the oil come in.
Well, you mentioned things people collect. People collect Coke cans and Coke bottles
Sure they do.
Oh, yeah.
because some of the early ones are different than what there's in those early ones, which all got broke up and made back into glass bottles. So that's what they used to do. They used to recycle the bottles.
Right.
And of course, the cans, they probably got thrown away.
And to start out with,
Well,
they weren't all standard. You had variety.
yeah.
But you remember originally, Howard, those soda cans were not.
Oh, they were
aluminum.
tin.
They were some kind of like a steel can.
Yeah, they rusted away after a
Do
while.
you know who made the first aluminum cans?
Did you hear that? The aluminum.
Alcoa.
Alcoa, yeah.
Remember the commercials?
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't remember. Yeah, I guess it would have been Alcoa.
Yeah.
But soda bottles themselves. Look at all the brands of soda, pop,
Oh,
if you
God.
will, that are no longer here.
Well, there was.
And if you had an old bottle from back in, say Knee High, remember Knee High?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I don't even think they make it
they
anymore.
do.
Oh, no.
Is it still
Oh,
around?
Knee-High still around.
Yeah. you
Knee High
still get
orange,
Knee
Knee
High.
High grape.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Knee High in the store for years.
I can get them out of the vending machines.
Yeah, we used to get them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
But-
speaking of those soda bottles, now these are the only. I've got over 1,400 that actually has the product in it.
Oh,
Not empty ones.
Yeah, not-
We got a lot of empty ones.
Yeah.
But we have 1,400 that actually have the product in it.
Huh.
We have 54 gas pumps in stock.
remember a couple of programs back when we talked about the milk companies?
Yes.
Well, milk bottles are a collectible item. The old,
Oh,
the
yes.
old milk bottles.
The independent dairies.
Yeah, the independent dairies, because a lot of them had their name embossed
That's
in
right.
the
And
glass.
the caps.
And of course,
Yeah,
the caps.
the cardboard
Little
cap.
cardboard caps.
Yeah. Those are collectible and
Absolutely.
big time. But who would have thought? Who would have thought a milk bottle?
What about ink pens?
But now,
Ink pens. I never thought about that one.
what makes that milk bottle collectible?
Well, first of all,
That's our question.
they don't have milk bottles nowadays,
I mean,
and
Well-
and you don't have the.
is that why you would want to collect it?
Oh, why? It's hard to say. Maybe Dad, not for me now, but maybe my dad worked for
So nostalgia.
a milk company,
Right.
and so out of
Or you actually had a milk. You might have actually been on the farm and sold milk
Right.
to the milk
Yeah.
companies.
to the milk company.
There's a lot of reasons.
There's a
for it.
lot of
we're saying nostalgia.
Right.
A lot of it is emotional.
But what
in a
drives
way.
that value of that is, first of all, it's the location.
Right.
You know, where that milk company was.
Or in rarity.
But yeah, the
That would
rarity.
make it rare.
Like that location. Now, if you had a milk bottle, say that said Jersey Gold, and that wasn't a whole lot, if any. I don't remember it said Jersey Gold
Yeah.
on them, but not the models, but
Yeah.
the you know, the cartons did. But we would want a Jersey Gold.
Yeah.
Where somebody in, you know, say Kentucky.
May not be interested in it.
No.
Unless they're just into that for some strange
But
reason.
if that guy in Kentucky collects milk bottles nationwide, and we had a Jersey Gold bottle that actually, a glass bottle that actually said Jersey Gold, which it say they only made a few of them.
Right.
He'd definitely want it.
want it.
Nationwide, that would be rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to take another break.
Are we ever going to talk about why?
That's what we're just talking
I
about.
think that's what we've been talking about.
Oh, we are talking about
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Kind of indirectly. but-
Nostalgia,
Well, I
rarity.
just want to, you know, I'm trying my best to stay on track with you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to have to send him on
You don't believe
vacation.
that, do you, Philip?
We'll have to send him on vacation again. All right, we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques. And before we go on, I do want to tell you about, have you ever watched Strange Inheritance
Yes.
on television?
Yes. I've
Yeah.
seen
It's
that.
on-
Never heard of it.
It's on Fox Business Channel, and it's usually on the
I
weekends.
saw the one where the girl had she got all the astronaut, the space stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be.
That's what I was telling you about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the story behind it is basically this person has survived, and a family member usually has passed away, and they leave them this inheritance, and it's a strange thing. And the one I saw just maybe a week or so ago, just thought about it. The husband passed away, and they were apparently a affluent family because. He took the person that was the show host into this room, and it's a big room and very well equipped with glass cases, beautiful furniture and quality, and not something you'd get at Walmart and put together, like I would do, but really nice stuff. Toy soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
The little soldiers.
Little green toy soldiers.
I forget how many thousands he had.
Wow.
And he collected them, and he had them all on display, and had them march, and then they're all in nice order.
Scenes and things
And
like that with it.
from way back, like Vikings, they had some from all the way American Indians fighting the cavalry. The English fighting.
They have the
over.
ones with the Union and the
Oh yeah, a
Confederates.
lot of Confederate had Union soldiers and Confederate soldiers, and different figures of the different generals. I mean, now there was a passion this guy had, and it was nothing. And I don't know what I don't remember what they said that this collection was worth, but it was fabulous.
It's worth a lot just in lead.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but these were beautiful, and they were not cheap.
Hand painted stuff. too.
Hand painted. These were not something that you buy a bag for
Oh, so
98
you're
cents
not
at
talking
Walmart.
about the little green
Right.
plastic
not
ones.
not the toy
Okay.
G.I.
Story.
Joes.
Not the green guys on Toy Story.
Okay.
But these are the lead soldiers.
Remember, they actually, and I think you told me you had one time. They actually had the molds where you could pour your own when you was a kid.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those.
he brought
I got
it
that.
in
one
Yeah.
time, yeah.
You make as a kid you could make your melt the lead and had the mold, make your own soldiers and stuff.
Cannons.
Just about everything. Yeah.
Well,
But anyway, I just kind of get off. the subject.
Barclay made a lot of those lead soldiers.
they wouldn't let a kid
Probably.
do that nowadays.
No, you.
Hope not.
Yeah.
Howard, you could have lead poison.
I probably
At
do.
least once or twice.
Probably do.
So I just got to throw in the psychologist.
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Is that
Throw it in, but it's crazy.
You
It's
gonna
a-
read the guy on?
Yeah, Freud felt that it was all collecting stem from unresolved toilet training conflicts.
Are you? Well, yeah.
I thought that
He
was
would probably think I was crazy.
there you go. All right. So we've got some unusual list of collectibles. I've got on the 8 insanely valuable items you probably owned and threw out. Number 8 are individual Lego blocks.
Individual Lego blocks.
Yeah, like certain Lego blocks are worth tons of money. Like there's a red Darth Vader helmet that sells for over $400.
Out of Legos?
Yeah.
Lego?
Just the Lego helmet.
Just the helmet?
Yeah, just for the
Not
figure.
not the whole figure of Darth Vader. Just
Yeah.
his own.
An antenna type thing that you would use with the Lego sells for over $200 in good condition, $84 if it's a little beaten up. Boba Fett's legs from Star Wars are selling for around the same price. Even a 2x2 brick, if it's a certain color, can sell for $200 new, but less than $1 if it's used. The instruction booklets can sell for up to $275 without even any bricks at all.
Good grief.
There you go. The most expensive item in that kind of category is a pink Duplo castle turret, which sold for $1,374.
Made out of Legos?
Well, Duplo is like a competitor with Lego.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
thing, so there you go.
Most valuable Lego set ever released
Yeah.
was the Millennium Falcon, 15,000.
15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you losing your voice?
Yep. I am.
You know we can't do sign language.
I woke up like that yesterday.
Well, I guess we could because we are on TV.
Yeah,
But we'd
somewhat.
lose something on radio.
Yeah.
What about them cereal boxes?
Next, we got cereal
Yeah,
boxes on
that's
here.
one.
Yeah.
Price tag $100 for the box, $200 for the horrors inside. There's an unlikely breakfast cereal in almost every franchise in the 80s and 90s, from Donkey Kong to Steve Urkel.
Yep.
And despite the fact that these are short-lived, cynical cash grabs meant to cash on easily distracted eyes in the grocery store, others see these Urkel-shaped sugar nuggets as invaluable collectible items. Oh, let's see.
Hey, yeah,
what's
how
the one.
about, I got them on here. Happy Meals. You know the McDonald's Happy
Oh, yeah.
Meal
Yeah,
toys?
definitely.
Yep.
Those are collectible.
No,
And there's people
only-
that collect those and
Only
save
certain of them, though,
Oh,
because they
well,
make 10 billion of
Yeah,
lots
but
of them.
some of them, if you have the complete set, that was the trick, I guess. You know.
Well,
they would-
didn't they do like Star Wars or something in Happy Meals, Ronnie?
I think they did. Somebody did. It
He's
was-
talking about the cereal
Oh.
boxes. We got some Star Wars cereal boxes.
Right.
Yeah.
And Toy Story, don't we?
Yeah.
No, the
And Toy
you
Story.
remember when the raisins came out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, California raisins.
California raisin commercial.
Yeah.
And I think it was Hardee's had the little plastic California raisins that
okay.
you every time you went in
Oh,
each
yeah.
week there was a different one. And they're worth a little bit of money too.
so?
Maybe not thousands, but
Yeah.
you know, something you got with your meal when you went to Hardee's to get a hamburger. And that was, we were living up in Murfreesboro then, so that had to be back 70s or 80s when that was a big. And not only was it became
Early
a hit
80s,
song.
I'd say. Yeah. A unopened box of Nintendo cereal sells for just over $200.
Nintendo
Yeah.
cereal.
And while an empty box, about $100.
Good grief.
What's they gonna do? Eat the cereal? Or
Or
they won't be able to shake the
brag
box.
that you have there.
Shake the box and say, "Look here, it's
Yeah.
still in it, huh?"
There's $50 a piece for Wheaties box emblazoned with the Carolina Panthers logo.
Good grief.
Another number 6 on the list is the world's worst Nintendo games are valuable. We've talked about Nintendo
Yeah.
games before.
Looks like the worst would be the rarest.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Well, let's see. Where am I? Action 92 is or Action 52, which I've never heard of probably because it was a horrible game and nobody wanted to play it.
I've never heard of it.
It says Copies with the box still intact sell for $400. Unopened copies sell for as high as $500
Wow.
because people need to see this horrible game with their own eyes. Old VHS copies of awful movies.
Oh, yeah.
It says $700 or more. There's a really Robot Holocaust is one that's featured on that.
$700.
Yep, $700.
Yeah.
We need to remember this.
Zombie Clowns from Hell, $2,000.
Oh, my.
Well, it's got two things going for it.
Yeah.
The clowns and the hell part.
Yeah.
Hack-O-Lantern with the jack-o'-lantern that hunts people down.
Oh, I guess he hacked them up. Huh?
$200. So yeah. So. Cheap knockoff bootleg toys. Now you think that the bootlegs,
The bootlegs.
but you know if
In other words, it's obvious that they're knockoffs.
yeah, here's
Apparently.
Yeah.
like this is RoboCop 3, but it's Robert Cop 3,
Oh,
and so the lack copyright laws in the Asian countries, China and Taiwan in particular,
yeah.
are where most of these come from. Here's Super Heroic Man with a Superman logo. Price tag up to $300
Yeah.
for this.
Good grief.
That's Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, or that's
But that ain't Stretch
it's
Armstrong.
parts of Stretch Armstrong. It's a Masters of the Universe copy thing, so
He made
it
a
doesn't
Masters
say.
of the Universe.
That's $300 for a knockoff weird Masters of the Universe character.
Oh, my.
Here you go, number 3, Happy Meal toys. There
Yeah.
you go.
That-
Number
that-
3.
Yeah.
They're real collectible, and eventually they become worth money.
Whole internet communities exist solely to buy, sell, and trade Happy Meals toys from McDonald's outlets around the world. Auctioneers hawk their collections of Happy Meals toys for up to $500 for the boxes of random items, whether the buyers are just looking to complete their collections or hunting for a rare gold-plated Pikachu. A set of old Disney-themed toys snatched almost $200 for a seller
Yeah.
who promised no children had ever touched them. Despicable Me 2
Yeah.
toy. The Minions from that sold for $360 for a set of 20 of those.
Don't do 2 in 1 because we got to take a break.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
we're almost there.
Okay. A single Pikachu from a Japanese Happy Meal sold for $100.
And you probably got the Happy Meal for what? $2
Yeah, I
or
think it's about
$3. I haven't bought a Happy
Well-
Meal for a long time
Howard, why do they call it Happy Meal?
because it makes the parents happy because the kid's busy eating.
Oh, okay. Just one.
Oh,
take that
well.
break, Henry.
Yeah, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back
We'll come
again.
back with 2 in 1.
2 and 1. Oh boy! All right,
Does that make 3?
Yeah.
Don't confuse him.
Hey, let me take my shoes off and count.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back again.
So are we're down, our countdown is 2 and 1,
2 in 1. Here we
which
go.
Howard said was 3.
2 is obsolete cell phones.
Obsolete self. Oh, I got a whole drawer full
Do
of
you
that.
still have your back
Yeah.
phone, Howard?
No, I don't have it anymore. But
The-
I do have. I did have a nice big one, you know.
For those in the know, a 1983 Motorola Dynatac 8000X, one of the first wireless phones ever produced. Recently sold at auction for $550.
Yeah.
It's and the seller made it clear that he didn't know if it would charge or even turn on. So lots of those.
Yeah.
I looked up on eBay just to see on that, and the top priced recent one on that was a vintage 1989 Motorola Dynatac 6000X car phone, $400 for that. So. Okay, and the number one item,
Oh,
empty packaging.
Yes.
empty packaging.
Empty
Oh,
package.
yeah.
For $100 to $200 for an empty box.
Of what?
So now, well, you know, there is
Just
it's
depends.
not just a cardboard with bubble wrap. It is so the number one thing on that was a Harbert Yoda toy, recently sold for $1,136, and so it's just the card on the back of the figure that would go
Oh.
with it. So the empty packaging,
Empty packaging.
and I think there was a couple others, but an empty box for a 1985 Kenner A-wing fighter sold for $100. A Tatooine skiff from Return of the Jedi empty box sold for $220. So
Just the empty
just
packaging.
the empty box, yeah.
They
yeah.
needed that to go with the toy they had.
Well,
Oh, that's a point.
that they may have the original toy, and they
Yeah,
want
and that makes it worth a lot more.
to make it worth more.
Howard,
but
you remember when we
still.
was kids that cap guns was a big thing?
Oh yeah.
I sold an empty cap gun box. It was a Hopalong Cassidy, and that thing brought $250 for an empty box.
Empty box.
For the cap guns to go in.
My goodness.
But it was really pretty, you know,
oh
still
yeah,
nice.
but still,
That's a lot of money just for a box.
for a box.
But I guess they had to, I bet you they had the guns to go in it.
I guarantee you it is.
Yeah.
Because I bought boxes for action figures.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hey, we've got a little time left. Do the top 10 most valuable of all collectibles.
All right, we'll run through these. 1 cent stamp from $9.5 million. That's a 1856.
You got one of them, Howard?
No,
How about the?
stamps can be a collectible item.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
collecting.
How about a Clark sickle leaf carpet?
A carp.
It's a 1700s carpet
Oh.
from Iran. Actually, from the Kerman province when it was made. So now Iran, $33.7 million.
Wow. Of course, that would have been handmade, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Le Comparable necklace, sourced from the Democratic Republic of Congo, features a yellow diamond known as the Golden Giant. Is more than 407 internationally flawless carats. 407. Okay.
Carrots.
The center stone is complemented by 90 white diamonds, which bring the total weight of the necklace to 637 carats. The necklace was sold at auction in 2013 in Singapore, and it sold for $55 million.
Wow. But but think about it now. A lot of people have, I guess, what do you call it? Well, it's vintage jewelry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what do they call it? Heritage? But your mother, your grandmother, or great grandmother had a brooch or a pin or a ring, and it's very old style. And that a lot of people collect the old jewelry like that.
Yes.
And it might not have been a real expensive item back then, but because of its age and style and it could be worth a little bit of money today. Now a lot of people like the old jewelry. That's a collectible
Well, but
Oh, yes.
section.
yeah, the gold alone though, not counting the stuff.
Well, yeah, if it does have, but it doesn't necessarily even have to have.
Even old costume jewelry.
That's the word I was looking for, costume jewelry. But the styles and the everything is so different from today. People want it and collect it.
How about a 5,000-year-old white limestone sculpture measuring
Wow.
just over 3 1/4 inches tall? It's extremely rare due to its age.
3 and
Obvious.
a quarter.
It's sold at Sothersby auction for $57 million.
Good grief.
You got one of them hired.
Well, I might have, but probably threw it away.
About the size of a little
I don't want that
action
old
figure.
thing.
All right, now here's one that I really like. I've actually seen this one before. It's an orange dog, balloon orange dog. It's a sculpture made out of stainless steel and a mirrored finish. It's part of a 5-piece collection boasting balloon dogs of orange, blue, magenta, red, and yellow. So it looks exactly like a balloon dog, but it's like 15 feet tall.
Good grief.
So, and it's made out of stainless steel, so it's probably weighs a little bit
Heavy.
too. So that sold for $58.4 million recently.
Wow.
How much is that a foot, Howard? If it's
bunch.
15 foot tall.
A bunch.
Here is a bronze sculpture. It's the most expensive sculpture ever sold at auction. Originally intended to be part of an exhibit at New York's Chase Manhattan Plaza. It's called L'Homme Qui Marche #1, Walking Man #1, made in 1961. It sold for $104.3 million.
104.3 million. Good grief.
Yeah, they say that was even made in 61. Here's another, Andy Warhol's Silver Car Crash, Double Disaster, silk screen piece. Sold in auction in 2013. Only once publicly exhibited. It's made in 1963, sold for $105.4 million. Here's The Scream. Everybody knows
Oh,
The
yeah, The
Scream
Yeah,
Scream.
painting.
that's popular one.
You think about the original 1895 one. This sold. It's one of only 4 versions to be privately owned. This sold for $119.9 million. You could just about round that up to 120 million.
Yeah,
just
I don't-
if we're rounding up millions.
Yeah.
Number 2 is 3 Studies of Lucian Freud. It's a painting of 3 students of Lucian Freud. Sold the painting within 10 minutes to an anonymous bidder. The oil canvas was $142.4 million. It's a 1969 painting.
Good grief.
And the number 1 was Pablo Picasso.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Anything by him was.
Women of Algiers, 1955. Let's see if we can see anything about it. Just an anonymous phone bidder bought it for $179 million. So that's the highest, most valuable collections ever sold at auction.
Is it Picasso's
Well,
one of the most
I don't-
counterfeited?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I don't think I'd be bidding on that stuff. Now, David might, but no,
Why
me.
wouldn't you?
I don't have that kind of money.
Yes, you do. You had one of them parks where everybody could pull over, with their campers, remember?
Yeah, but it.
That's
Yeah.
worth a lot of money.
Not that much. I wish. Anyway, it's interesting though. But a lot of people do collect art. Local artists.
We have
yes.
some. Believe it or not, I know I'm a redneck, Howard, but we actually have an Andy Warhol, and we actually have 2 Picassos, little small Picassos, not just like a simple drawing.
Yeah.
I got a
Matter-
Picasso here it's a crayon drawing of a charging bull. 13 bids, $17,050 recently on
Wow.
eBay.
Hey, we're almost out of time.
Let me tell you
We
a
got
quick
less
story
than-
before we leave.
Okay.
So I bought one of those Picassos. It looks like 3 little stick figures. It's a painting.
Yeah.
So I took it home. My little granddaughter said, "Well, Papa, I could have done you one of them."
Yeah. And how do you know some kid didn't do it and sign Picasso's name to it?
Well, if it is, the art gallery's in trouble.
No.
That's why you should have had her do one and put it right next to
Yeah.
next to the Picasso.
I think that's a great
That's
idea.
what I-
do that, yeah.
She's like 25 now, but I don't know. Maybe I can get her to still do it.
Maybe so.
Maybe. Yeah. I guess we'll be back next week. I'm not too sure. Will we be back next week?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some homework on that ball since that Honus Wagner baseball, since it's the only one. I've never seen another one. That's got to be rare.
I'm sure it is.
Well, I hope it ain't too rare though, because will you still talk to me if it's worth like 50 or 60,000?
Probably not.
I'll give you if it's worth like 60. I'll say it on there. I'm gonna give you 10 back.
$10?
1,000.
Oh, okay. Check it out. Check it out. We'll be back next week with more Let's Talk Antique. Take care, everybody.